Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Fine Print. My name is Shreya Deo, and today we begin a new series called The Thrones of India, where we go in depth to discuss some of India's greatest empires and civilizations. When speaking about the Indus Valley Civilization, I think it's really easy to get blindsided by the true magnitude of its creations. I mean, with other bustling civilizations like Mesopotamia and Egypt, it's very easy to overlook just how developed and ahead of its time the Indus Valley Civilization really was. Let's start off by talking about the way this 8,000-year-old civilization came into existence. The Indus River Valley Civilization, spanning across modern-day Pakistan, Afghanistan, and northwest India, has quite blurred origins, with multiple different views debating its true origins. On top of that, what makes any research on the Indus Valley so difficult is that their language still hasn't been deciphered. However, the most likely explanation is that indigenous South Asian hunter-gatherers, over generations, intermarried and settled with herders from the Zagros Mountains, which split from Western Iranians. The Indus Valley Civilization lived on from 7000 to 600 BCE and was known as a Bronze Age civilization. Some other names for the civilization include the Indus-Saraswati Civilization, based on the Saraswati River that flows adjacent to it, as well as the Harappan Civilization, based on one of the civilization's most notable cities, Harappa. The geography of the Indus River Valley was largely supportive of farming settlements, and its citizens would make full use of the nearby Saraswati River to support these settlements. Most of these settlements were in what is now the Indian state of Haryana, where the Harappans used to grow crops like wheat, barley, peas, sesame, and melons. The Harappans used their water source to their advantage by building irrigation canals, wells, and water tanks to store water, which was used in the drier months of the year. And although the Indus and Saraswati rivers were the two main boosters of the civilization, the Harappans were surrounded by a variety of geographical terrains. From the Himalayas to the north, to the Thar Desert and the Ganga-Yamuna plains to the east, the Balochistan hills to the west, and the Arabian Sea to the south. The valley saw seasonal monsoons, as frequent till date throughout South Asia, which brought predictable moisture but also severe flooding at times. The Harappans raised humped zebu cattle, water buffaloes, sheep, goats, and pigs, and relied on oxen for transport. Now, we've spoken about the Indus people enough to the point that a natural question might be arising. Who were the Indus people? What were their languages, belief systems, cultures, and relationships with each other? For starters, while the most common name for the Indus people is the Harappans, different civilizations of the time knew them by different names. For example, it is believed that the Mesopotamians knew them as Meluhans, as their clay tablets note extensive trade with a powerful Eastern civilization known as Meluha, which is speculated to be the Indus Valley. When it comes to societal structure in the Indus Valley, compared to Egypt and Mesopotamia, Indus cities were fairly egalitarian. One of the most shocking things about the civilization is that there were no temples or palaces found, implying that there was no class structure or hierarchy that was followed. Instead, resources were invested towards public utilities, the most famous ones being the Great Bath of Mohenjo-daro, gridlocked streets, footpaths, public wells, drainage systems, and dustbins. Bricks that were used to build Harappan homes were baked to an exact ratio of 1 to 2 to 4 that was followed throughout the civilization. As you can already tell, the Harappan civilization was extremely organized and standardized. But beyond their immaculate planning and calculations, they possessed fascinating artisanal skills, producing red and black pottery, jewelry, vessels, figurines, and carved seals with animal icons that set them apart from other civilizations of the time. When we dive deeper into the iconography on Harappan seals, we can notice that each seal followed a similar template. On top was a line of text, speculated to have been written right to left, and on the bottom was a unique carving of animals prominent in the civilization. Some common animals were zebu cattle, elephants, tigers, rhinoceroses, and water buffaloes. And the most famous one, the unicorn-like figure. It featured a single-horned mythical beast and was prominent on the majority of Harappan seals. When it comes to the Harappan religion, while there was no established religion at the time, it is believed that the Harappans used to worship the divine female, which is proven by their figurines that depict dancing, pregnant, or nursing women. Another one of the Harappan civilization's most famous artifacts depicted a horned, three-faced figure seated in a meditative yoga pose, which many historians speculate to be a proto-Shiva deity. Harappan seals also depict the worship of sacred trees like the peepal tree, and the presence of public baths proves that ritual washing and purifying was a central part of their belief. Interestingly, when the Harappans buried their dead, they would also place pottery, tools, and personal mirrors next to the body, indicating a belief in the afterlife. When it comes to the language of the Indus Valley, there are many speculations as to what language the Harappans spoke. While the Dravidian hypothesis states that they spoke an early form of a Dravidian language, which can be traced to present-day South Indian languages, other researchers have linked the Harappans' language to Sanskrit or Indo-Aryan languages. However, the Dravidian hypothesis is more accurate. A third hypothesis, completely different from the first two, states that the Indus Valley script isn't a spoken language at all, but rather a pictorial language that was used for trade, political, and property tracking. The architecture of the Indus Valley Civilization was magnificent in itself. The Indus Valley is known for having extremely advanced and planned cities, which was evident through their uniform materials used for construction, modern sanitation systems, and precise urban planning. Starting off with two of the Indus Valley's most famous cities, Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. Both cities were split into two sections: a citadel, which was fortified and contained public buildings, while the lower down was for neighborhoods, which were organized in a grid-like pattern. Harappan buildings were built partially on platforms to avoid flooding from the nearby Saraswati River, and homes were characterized by ceramic floored baths, flushing toilets, and Persian wind catchers, which can be compared to the modern-day AC. When we discuss the Indus Valley Civilization, we split its reigning time periods into 5 stages: the pre-Harappan phase, the early Harappan phase, the mature Harappan phase, the late Harappan phase, and the post-Harappan phase. When it comes to the Indus Valley's economy, it peaked during the mature phase, when trade with the early Egyptian civilization and the Mesopotamians was frequent. The Harappans used to trade a variety of items, including stone beads, shell and pearl ornaments, bangles, cotton cloth, pots, jars, painted ceramic ware, wheat, barley, sesame, mustard, dates, timber, and ivory, and would import luxury goods like terracotta, marine shell ornaments from the Arabian coast, turquoise from Central Asia, copper from Rajasthan and Oman, tin and lapis lazuli from Afghanistan, lead, and silver. Now, to conduct this intense facilitation of goods across civilizations, the Harappans had an intricate documenting system in place. The Indus Valley, like many ancient civilizations, relied on a barter economy and used weights and measures to ensure fair bartering. As with any civilization or empire, if there is a high tide, there is also a low tide. With the Indus Valley Civilization, their downfall was not a single-day occurrence, but rather a slow decline that spanned over a period of time. While there is not just one cause for the decline of the Indus Valley, historians note a combination of multiple things that led to its decline. Firstly, the Saraswati River had begun to dry up, and because the Indus Valley, being an agricultural civilization, depended on the river, it struggled to uphold its agricultural and economic sectors. Furthermore, by 1900 BCE, the Indus Valley was experiencing overpopulation, which paired terribly with the drying Saraswati River. Furthermore, monsoon path changes, increased malaria and cholera, and declining trade with the Egyptians and Mesopotamians because of political unrest in their region combined are all said to be factors leading to the decline of the Indus Valley Civilization. We often say that the Indus Valley died. Its streets got quiet, its trade slowly faded, and its traditions were erased. But we don't realize that the Indus Valley still lives on today. Through paved streets, public utilities, planned cities, and bustling global trade. And behind it all was one civilization who dared to dream, revolutionize, and inspire. If you liked today's episode, be sure to keep following Fine Print, where we release episodes related to history and geopolitics every other Friday. You can follow us on Instagram at fineprint.pod, where we post episode announcements so you never miss out on the latest updates. Until next time, keep reading between the lines.